Hi everyone. In this video we'll be looking at how to use the Avada Slider, our own dynamic, lightweight, purpose-built slider. The Avada Slider was updated and renamed in Avada 7 from Fusion Slider, and can contain images or videos, including self-hosted videos, as well as text content and buttons. It comes with numerous features to help you build the perfect slider for your website. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with all the latest videos like this one. And if you don't want to miss one, click the bell icon to get notifications of all new videos on our channel. Okay, let's begin. Avada Slider works in the same way other slider apps do, in that you first create a slider and then you create slides to populate that slider. So the first step is to create a slider. You can get to the Add Slider page from the WordPress dashboard, or on the Avada dashboard you will see the sliders link, where you can access both the sliders and the slides pages. Clicking on sliders brings us to the Add Sliders page. Just under the heading we can see any sliders that have already been created. I've imported the Law Prebuilt website here, and as we can see it has several sliders here. For this video I have deleted the Law Home slider, and I'm going to recreate it and add a second slide to it. So I will start by giving my new slider a name, and I'll call it Law Home. Next to that you can name the shortcode. Adding these names allows WordPress and you to identify your slider when assigning it through page options or when adding it in page content via the Avada Slider element. Note the shortcode name should be all lowercase and contain only letters, numbers and hyphens. The next step is to choose the size of the slider. For the width you can choose either a percentage or a pixel value. It's very common for sliders to be full width, so 100% is the default here, and that's what I want as well. For the height, you choose a pixel value. I'm going to make this one 600 pixels. There is also an option for the slider content max width, if you want to contain the content of the slides to a certain width. Leave it blank to use your site width set in the global options. Under this there is an option for a full screen slider. This will force the slider to the full width and height of any screen, so make sure you have the right content for this option. Then comes the parallax scrolling effect. This is a nice feature where the site content slides up on top of the slider, so I'm going to select this. But note, this only works when you assign the slider through Avada page options. Adding the slider directly in your page content will not produce this effect. The next options are slide indicator and slide indicator color. You can display a scroll down indicator, which is very useful, particularly on a full screen slider. Or you can choose to use pagination circles or no indicator at all. For this example, I'll set it to pagination circles, so people can easily see there's another slide. If you use a slide indicator, the color indicators can be any hex color you like here, but I'm okay with the default white. Then there are further options for navigation. You can choose to display navigation arrows or not, and you can control the arrow and box size to achieve your desired look. For this example, I'll just make sure we have navigation arrows as well, but I'll leave them on default. Following this, there is a slideshow speed option you can set if you have multiple slides and you have autoplay turned on. I'll leave this on 7000, which is 7 seconds. And I'll also make sure the next two options, slide loop and autoplay, are both checked. Under this are ways of ordering the slides themselves, either by creation date, ID, title, last modified, or even random. And in the next option you can also choose descending or ascending order. In this example, I'm creating an image slide first, and then a video slide, but I want the video slide to show first, so I'll leave the order on descending, so the latest one will display first. Under that there is an option to control how the slides transition, and here you can choose fade or slide. I might try slide. And then there are animation speed options for controlling how quickly the slides transition, which I will leave on the default value. Finally, there are two responsive typography settings that give you control over how much your text resizes responsively for smaller screens. Responsive typography sensitivity allows you to set a value between 0 and 1. 0 will completely disable responsive typography, and 1 is maximum sensitivity. With the minimum font size factor, the minimum font size of elements affected by responsive typography is the body font size multiplied by this factor. Once you have finished with your slider options, click Add Slider. It will now appear in the top section. You can edit it at any time by mousing over the name and choosing Edit. You can also delete or clone the slider from here. You can see the shortcode name and you can see the number of slides, currently 0, assigned to this slider. So now we have made a slider, let's add some content to it. To do this, we need to head to the slides page, and there's a convenient link right at the top of our page. This brings us to the Avada Slides page, and here we can see all existing slides. We want to add a new slide here, so I'll click on Add New Slide. I'll give my new slide a title first, and I'll call this one Home Image. The first option is to choose the background type. As mentioned previously, you can use an image or a video, with options for self-hosted videos or videos on YouTube or Vimeo. If you choose Image, the image is added to the slide via the Featured Image section in the right-hand sidebar. If you choose one of the video types, a new array of options will appear directly underneath. But for this slide, let's start with an image. I'll start by setting the featured image, which takes you to the media library. I have my image here, so I will select it and click on Set Featured Image. Now I can move on to the content options. You can choose how the content of this slide will be aligned from left, center, or right alignment. For this slide, I'm going to choose center aligned. Heading options are next. There is great flexibility in what you can add here. The heading area field can take plain text as well as HTML markup and Avada shortcodes. I want to match the other slides, and they have a fixed width separator under the heading, so I'm going to paste in my title and a separator shortcode in the header area. Under this, if you've chosen center aligned, there is an option for a heading separator, but as I have added my own into the heading area for a bit more control, I'll leave this on none. The title size can be set from H1 to H6. I'll leave it at the default H2. There is also a heading font size option here, with which we can override the default value. The default value is 60 pixels, but for this slide, I'm going to change the value to 38. The heading color can be adjusted here, and you can also choose to show a background behind your text and easily customize the colors of both. I'm not going to use a background, so I'll make sure that's on No, and I'll keep the default color value white for my heading. Okay, the caption area is next, and the options are basically the same as the heading area. First up, I will enter my caption. I won't choose a separator, and I'll leave it at the default H3. I will override the font size to 18, and again I'll set the background as No, and leave the color as white. This brings us to the slide link options. There are two options here to add links to the slide. You can choose button or full slide. Full slide makes the entire slide clickable, and if I select that, you enter the URL and how you wish the link to open in the options that appear underneath it here. If you choose to use button, you can display one or two buttons on your slide. These come pre-populated with default button elements. You can edit the shortcode values directly here, or you can also just create a button on a page and copy and paste the code into these fields. In this example, I only want one button, so I'll just delete the content from button 2, and to save time I've customized my desired button shortcode, and I'll just paste it into here. When you have finished customizing your slide, it's time to assign it to a slider. This is done above the featured image in the right-hand sidebar. Under Avada Sliders, select the slider you want to assign the slide to. In our case, we want to assign this to Law Home. Then I'll click Publish. Okay, so now let's make a video slide. I'll click on Add New Slide at the top of the page here, and I'll start by giving it a title. I'll call this one Home Video. For this example, I'm going to choose a self-hosted video. Self-hosted videos should be in the MP4 format, and a 16:9 aspect ratio is recommended. To add the MP4, just browse to the source file and select it. I already have mine in my media library, so I'll just add it here. The WebM and OGV formats are optional here, but will help with cross-browser compatibility. The video preview image is important if using a self-hosted video, because the actual video will often not display correctly on mobile devices or older browsers. So by adding a preview image, it will display that instead, which I will set here. It's also possible to set a color overlay on your video for additional design options. And in this case, I'm going to add a color overlay to make the video a little darker. The other video options are playback options, like mute, autoplay, loop, and hide video controls. For a true background video, I'm going to make sure that these are all set to yes. For the content options, I'm also going to align my content to the center, and the rest of the options will be the same as before. So I will quickly add my heading in here. I'll leave the heading separator at none, my title size at H2. I'll adjust the font size to 38 and the heading background to no. Now I'll do the same for the caption area, adding the caption, leaving the caption separator at none, the title size at H3, and making the font size 18, and again choosing no for the background. For the slide link settings, I need to paste my button element in here, and I will delete the second one. Once I've done that, I also need to scroll to the top, assign this slide to my home slider, and to click Publish. Okay, so now we have created a slider with 2 slides, but currently it's not on display anywhere. Let's go and add the slider to a page. I have the home page here, with the page content but no slider. To add the slider, I need to open the sidebar, choose the Avada Page Options tab, select the Sliders tab, choose Avada Slider as the slider type, and then select the Law Home slider I have just created as the slider. In this example, I'll leave it on the default position, which is below the header. Our slider loads in the builder directly under the header with the video auto playing and our text content centered. Also note how the content is responsive if I change to a smaller screen size. If we come back to large screen, we can see the slider indicators and arrows, and we could wait for the autoplay option to kick in, or we can just use one of the navigation options. If we navigate to our next slide, we see the image slide. Here we can see my title and the separator below. Then there's the caption and the button below this. If I slowly scroll down the page, we can see how the parallax feature works, with the content sliding up in front of the slider. Before we wrap up, I'll just assign one more slider I've made here, and this is a full screen slider with a static image. See how this resizes when you change screen size, so that it's always full screen. You can also add Avada sliders with the Avada Slider element if you want to add sliders into your page content rather than assigning them to the page. See the Avada Slider element doc for more information on that. Okay, this concludes our video on how to use the Avada Slider. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with all the latest videos. And if you have any questions or need assistance, please create a support ticket and our team will gladly assist you. As always, we want to thank you for choosing Avada.